Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
And I'm Sven.
And tonight we're reviewing Star Trek, the official Starships collection by Eaglemoss, issue 82 and 83. Right. Why don't you start with the magazine and I'll get my mitts on your models.
Issue 82 is the United Earth Starfleet Warp Delta. This is a ship that obviously is one of the predecessors of NX-01 Enterprise. It appears in an earlier form in the opening sequence from Enterprise, and is basically, from the design point of view, it kind of looks like them trying to bridge the gap between the space shuttle and the ships they were sort of developing after the space shuttle at NASA and then handed over to other people, and the NX-01. So it's kind of like the sort of like upgrade path is kind of what they're looking for with it. It's type escort, launched in the 22nd century, 130 metres long, crew of 30, top speed warp 3, and has plasma cannons. What?
Nothing, it's just, escort.
Yep.
It's the way you said it, don't blame me.
Next up, Fiesta.
Oh, an escort vessel, you say?
There we go, there's the escort and the ball that's spewing out the fire. It is, look, there's the ball spewing the fire.
It is, yes.
But yes, the Warp Delta is basically the upgraded version of the Warp Delta, in fact, because it's got a couple of little impulse engines on the back.
Rather than the massive assembly.
Rocket assembly, which was on the back of it during the opening sequence of Enterprise. But it's basically the same ship. Nice shots.
I'm actually curious as to why they changed that over.
Why would you have? Why would you still have a functional ship using rocket engines when you can give it an impulse drive?
Thruster assembly for manoeuvring.
It's going to have little thrusters, but you wouldn't have like these rocket engines. It uses too much fuel compared to the impulse drive, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you can't use impulse from planetary. Can't use
Would you?
impulse from taking off.
Why would you need to? They're in space now. They have space docks and stuff. Because we need a space dock.
Oh, you're just there.
There we go. Topographical view showing the actual colour is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. The engineering section, it's amazing tiny glory. Really needed a secondary hull, didn't it?
It did.
Anyway, and then designing the Warp Delta, sort of go more about the back of it when it had the rocket engines, and the secret history of planet Earth, which is all the stuff in between, basically.
Depending on which versions of the timeline.
Yeah, because the timeline, no, that's not at all been screwed up, honest God.
See, I don't understand why they just don't embrace the fact that, guess what? Things worked out slightly differently.
After First Contact happened. Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah, but no, I mean, things worked out differently from classic Trek.
Yeah.
So it's a case of, well, does it really matter that in that version of the universe humanity went in a different way? I don't see why it's looked down on as, oh, no.
I don't get it either. It's like every time there was a time travel episode, it would have altered it anyway. That's why Khan didn't happen yet.
Yeah. Aside from that, have a gander at your model.
It's the wrong colour.
Yes, it is.
It's too bright, but is that a lighting issue?
Oh, let's not get into that.
The impulse engines are there. They're blue, but they're there.
To be fair, the definition and the actual model is pretty good. But the only problem I have with it is the join line along the nacelles.
Yeah, that's a bit pronounced.
It is. I do like the translucent plastics.
Yeah.
I think they've done a really nice job with that, especially on the back. I realise it's a small thing, but it's, for me, that was the thing.
I think the ram scoops are a bit too...
Pointy?
No, well, a little bit pointy, but they're cranberry.
They are wish-washy.
Yeah, it's not really red, which is a bit of a shame.
Okay, so you're going to mark it down for coloration on that?
Coloration, I mean, I think it needed a little bit more of the Aztecing.
Oh, Aztecing, okay.
On the actual ship as a whole. But it does seem awfully bright. It does seem awfully bright.
Well, I agree with you on the coloration. I'm not going to go massive on the Aztecing as far as I'm concerned. That's fine. I don't like the join line. And I know this is nothing to do with this model whatsoever, but you know what genuinely annoyed me about this? Where's the registration numbers?
Well, it doesn't have them on the actual ship, does it?
I know it doesn't, but
That's wrong.
didn't you think it was weird? There was a whole section of Enterprise where they got rid of.
Well, the thing is that this is the thing is where's the tail numbers? Because everything now has tail numbers or some form of registry number, and everything from NX-01 onwards has a registry number and a name on it. Why are these so plain? And I know they were sort of like background ships, so they didn't really bother, but
I actually know the reason why they did it.
Why?
They were saving money from the special effects budget. They can use a generic ship without the registration details on in multiple shots where, you get people like us going, why is that there?
What, like the Enterprise D appearing 5 times on the same screen in Deep Space Nine? Anyway.
Right, so let's go for the model.
Yeah.
No real weight in it.
No.
Not that that's a major thing for me.
Not really.
I don't like the join line. I totally agree with you about the Bajoran scoots being the wrong colour.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's fantastic they made this because there's no way you will get the model kit of it. So
not officially, anyway.
I'm going to give it a 7. It would have got an 8 if it wasn't for the ram scoop and the join line along the mesa.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 7 as well. If the join line and the ram scoops would have been sorted, it would have gone up to 8. And it could have been 9 with the right colour.
Okay.
Because the model itself is fine.
Oh, the model is fine, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. And I do quite enjoy having something that is clearly a stepping stone between different ships. Especially when you've got, elements of the source section starting to eke out of design and emerge from that, and you've got the bridges bloody obvious, and it looks like it's actually almost got an idea of where a source set could take place. So that's quite cool. But yeah, it's a little bit of a missed opportunity for me, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Which is a bit of a shame. But there we go. Let's move on to issue 83. This is the Bajoran assault vessel, which was a troop carrier, which carried 12 crew and 200 troops somehow.
I genuinely, when I read that, no, in my head I was going, Really? Really? Because I don't remember that ever mentioned in an episode. I did know there were drop ships, there were troop ships.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was that many.
No, it's 140 metres long. I don't think you got the in Shadows and Symbols. Was it Image in the Sand? One of them. I don't think you got the
Perspective.
the perspective of the size of the things. They sort of looked shuttly, didn't they?
Well, I thought there were like 25, maybe 50.
Yeah. So it just doesn't really help it.
And the other thing is about it as well, you don't make a ship capable of holding that many crew look like a stealth fighter. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Because it does look like a stealth fighter.
It looks like it's come out of Stargate.
Yeah.
X302.
Because that does look more like a standard cockpit, so you're going to
Yeah.
talk, what, 2 people there, and then suddenly, maybe they're all stood like this. I'm ready!
I mean, it does look like an X302 to me in a way. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'm weird. You know, with a bit of Death Glider added into
I
it.
found where all the metal was hiding from that
Well, you
ship.
can see them there, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Operated by the Bajoran militia. No surprise there then. Troop transport, 24th century, 140.72 metres long, impulse, 12 flight crew, 200 troops, got phaser emitters. And apparently can ward off warbirds. Apparently.
Apparently.
I think that was more Kira, like going, no. And the Romulans going,
Okay.
nobody says no to us, what the hell? We don't know how to deal with this. There we go.
The script writers made it so we don't know what to do.
Yeah. Should we shoot the Bajorans? Wouldn't recommend it.
She's a main cast member, the computer
Don't
says
do
no.
We've just lost a Dax. Don't get rid of it. Don't get rid of it and Kira while you're there. There we go. Some shots of the ship taking on a Galore class, which is always impressive.
Actually, to be fair, no. The Galore class was a really, really naff ship.
Oh yeah.
They were. Yeah,
Where are your
the thing
weapons?
is,
It's the big red bit at the front you can shoot at. Thanks.
no, I'm not that. If you actually look at the specification for the Galore class starship and go, why did the Federation just not wipe
It's
these things out?
There's
of
4
existence?
Galore class. Here's a Galaxy class. Do we need
You
any
wouldn't even
reinforcements?
need-
No.
no.
Shall we separate the Sorcerer and give them a bit of a chance?
If it was the Saucer section alone fighting zone.
Yeah, because then we can only fire photon torpedoes backwards.
Yeah, it was a weird flaw, wasn't it?
That's quite funny, actually. It's just like, oh, right, oh, they're turning their back on us. How dare they?
Funny thing is, though, you can actually flip over the Saucer section end to end quite quick.
Oh, yeah. So,
You could do that spinny ball of death thing they did from Flight of the Navigator.
yeah, it's actually programmed into the computer. What gets me is they never did it on screen, which would have been hilarious. The Galaxy class doing that.
Well, they never showed the Galaxy class firing all of its weapons simultaneously whilst at high speed. I know why they didn't show it, because it would then go, it would have cost us more budget. But no, the actual reason why they could never ever show it is the fact that the Galaxy class would technically be invulnerable.
Yeah, the Galaxy class is way too overpowered to be.
If you look
in
at
the
it just from a
drama
weapon,
programme.
if you look at it just from a weapon platform point of view, a Galaxy class is an impressive piece of kit.
And there's no way a Borg cube would have sat there in that first meeting and gone away with that holes in it.
No, because the thing is, they realised the mistake and they limited the Borg quite quickly as they went on. But the very first version of the Borg, if we're talking best of both worlds version of the Borg.
No, I was thinking more Q Who.
Oh my god!
When the Galaxy class starship put big holes in it.
Yeah, but again, they'd started limiting it down. I mean,
if they'd let the Galaxy class
Just
tear
rip-
it apart, that Borg cube wouldn't survive. But they would have had to have damaged 70% of it. Anyway, rather than bore you to death with more about Galaxy class starships and how ridiculously overpowered they are, back to the magazine. More shots of the ship. There's the topographical view showing all of the little bits and pieces they picked out on the original model and this CG version, and designing the vessel.
and also showing it the colour it's meant to be.
Yep. And here it is, Commander Makara's little fighters from Starfleet. Which was a
Actually,
puppet show from
you
the
say
80s.
that, but do you remember what the shuttlecrafts look like in Firefly?
There's that.
There's that.
There we
Just
go.
saying.
The actual model.
Oh look, it's the same colour as the pictures.
It's grey, not teal.
Green.
Some more ancient history of the Bajorans. Lovely. Great. Super lovely smashing. And then the fact that this was in the Siege and Shadows and Symbols. It was Shadows and Symbols. Not Images and Sound. Right. There we go. Reasonable magazine.
Yeah.
Like always.
So, all the metal. It's the wrong colour.
It's been soaked in Romulan ale.
It's been picked out quite nicely.
Yes. Nice bit of detail.
The join line underneath is indicative of Eaglemoss join lines.
Yeah. And it's fair enough because it's the way it's been done is
Yeah,
you know,
but I have no issue with
does
how they worked it in. See, I like the levels of detail.
yeah. It's just, you know, that base
It's
colour's
just the
right.
wrong colour.
Again, it needed to be green, obviously. If they'd have made it green, it would have been fine. Impulse bits. Impulse engine exhaust. It's not been painted, but it doesn't look like it should be a different colour. It's a bit of a shame. Okay.
Other than the base colour, I have no issue with this.
No,
It's
I mean,
only the base colour.
they've picked out some really nice details.
Yeah.
Goldy paint, haven't they?
Yeah,
Really nice.
it is. But it's
Just the wrong.
It's real. I mean, that is the wrong Federation grey.
Yeah.
But this is a completely different colour to this. This is grey. This is green.
I think it's blue.
What's blue?
This. That's individual people's way. It's individual people's.
What level of drugs have you been on today?
It's blue.
It's green.
It's not Aldebaran whiskey. It's definitely Romulan ale.
It's a green.
It's blue.
It's a green.
It's actually a bluey green, but we're going to go
I tell you what.
It's a green.
How
blue.
about you do one of those little poll things where people can vote? How many people think this is green?
What colour is this?
And how many people think it is blue? Because I'm fairly confident people are going to say it's green.
It is blue.
It is green.
Blue.
Fill in the poll below. Put in a poll
Yeah.
below. Put in a poll.
Up above.
Up above. I don't care where you put it. I do care where you put it. I really care where you put it.
Always be careful where someone
Not gay.
is going
Not
to
gay.
put your poll.
Not gay. Not gay.
I've got to get that image to put on the screen about now.
Oh, for anybody who's wondering what we're doing, a friend of mine on Facebook very kindly made me a badge with a Star Trek logo saying "not gay," and she is officially president of the marketing campaign to inform any eligible young ladies that David Zarilia is not gay.
Camp.
Camp, but not gay. But in interest of parity,
Just to make it clear, this followed the dragon.
but in interest of
episode.
parity, she's also done a copy of that badge that says "I am gay" for anybody who's gay that also wants that badge. So it's not, it's a me thing rather than a universe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where are we going to go on scores? Because it's a cracking model, but the colour's off.
Do you know what's really annoying is if the colour was right,
It'd have got a 9.
easily.
But the thing is, now this is going to sound harsh. I'm actually giving it a 7.5 because it is so far off the wrong colour.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 7 because the problem is...
You're docking it 2 whole points.
The problem is to sort the colour out, it removes all of the painting they've done. So you'd have to redo all of that as well. So you're just like, to correct it, it would take so much work. You're looking at, I'm just getting 7.
Okay. Right, well, that's
not that I'm
fair.
ever going to correct it.
Yeah.
So.
Not that we ever do, but still.
Okay. So.
Right, well, I think that about wraps it up for us.
Oh!
No.
For those of you who haven't noticed, make sure you go to the Eaglemoss shop if you want to get your order in for the next special. Because it's on the Eaglemoss shop as a pre-order, and it's the jellyfish.
Yay!
Where did that come from?
Well, from Eaglemoss, it says right
most
there.
people are expecting the Franklin about now, but we get the jellyfish.
Franklin should have been.
Yeah. So it's the jellyfish, and we haven't been. There was no leaflet in the box for this saying, "Do you want to pre-order?" So that's a bit weird. So I'm guessing.
Lime or toad.
Yeah. But you still used to get a leaflet saying,
I should have
if
a
you don't
leaflet,
want it
yeah.
because it's £24.
Yeah.
It's gone up again. So it's like, okay. But there we go. I think that does wrap it up.
Okay. Well, you can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. And of course, there is the official Geekology website. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Bye.
Three, two, one. Hi, and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
And I'm Sven.
And tonight we're reviewing Star Trek, the official Star Trek collection by Eaglemoss. Quiet! And that goes doubly for you. 3, 2.
Starships collection.
What did I say?
Star Trek collection.
Starships. 3, 2.
It's Type Escort, launched in 22nd century, 130 metres long, crew of 30, top speed warp 3, and has plasma cannons. What?
Nothing. It's just escort.
Yep.
It's the way you said it, don't blame me.
Next up, Fiesta. Maybe there's a razzle.
Oh! I thought you were just going to go with cars. I didn't realise you were going to go porno. You do realise that only our English audience would have any idea that you're talking about spank mags from our youth.
Spank mags.
So what would you call them?
I don't know. What the hell does that mean? Are you referring to spanking one's monkey?
I don't know what you are. Yeah, well, that's a blooper sorted. There's no way that's going to get used.
Anyway, back to the escort vessel. That's not even making it to the blooper.
That's great. Put that bit in so people go, what the hell did he just say?
I will.
Ah, okay.
And enjoy it.
3, 2, 1.
I don't understand.
So I'm trying to give you a clear
no ability.
Right. So that's the first one done.
30 seconds against Glass Starship.
Actually, no.
It's a fucking slap.
I was having a discussion with a friend of mine who is... You know how we get about the tech? He does that for Star Wars. And we had this really interesting debate about it, and we figured out that a Federation work bee would be capable of taking down a Star Destroyer.
Because it has got an deflector.
A Federation, any Federation shuttle from TNG, no problem. Some of the classic Trek ones, no. But from the motion picture work bees onwards,
yeah,
you could take them out easy, no problem. Jedi would be a bit trickier, but the ships, not an issue.
yeah. Hi.